Good morning and welcome to 12 Days of Vlogmas, day 2. I've got my little Christmas sweater on from my mom. Shout out to my mom. And today we're gonna do our day 2 of the advent calendar. So here we are, day 2. Oh, this one doesn't say anything on it, but it is the cranberry spritz. I've never had a cranberry spritz. Burt's Bees. I didn't know they made this. I've seen the mint cocoa one before, and that one was pretty good. Let's give this a little smell test, shall we? Ooh, very fun, very cranberry spritzy. So that's exciting. Today, I thought you'd never ask what I'm doing today. First and foremost, my tape is starting to fall off, so I used some of my old athletic tape from my soccer bag, and it's already falling off, so that's how good I am at taping. I have no plans today. It is currently like 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm just now starting this, but that's because we didn't do anything this morning, and that's not interesting, so I waited to get some chores done like laundry. So stay tuned to see what else I've got going on today. I'll be excited too. I'm anxiously waiting to see what I come up with. But yeah, don't worry, Togi's still here. He's very cold. He just came from outside. And yeah, he's living life, living large, and hating the cone still, but it keeps him from licking his stitches, so we'll keep it on until he's healed and ready to be a little puppy again. Okay, so it's a little bit later in the day. It's about 3:06 now. Not much is going on still. We're just really relaxing today. Getting some chores done. We have like our 4th load of laundry in. We're doing our blankets now. Here is some Togi content for the day. We did put all the pillows on the couch to defer him from jumping up. This pillow is from this morning because we get up at 5:30 every single morning with him to keep him on a schedule. And on the weekends we just get up, take him out, and then we sleep on the couch with him until it's time for him to have breakfast. But this is little Togi man. Just hanging out. He's doing so good. And he couldn't be more comfy and cozy. And he's just the best. So this is just our little Togi update for the day. You good boy? Say, yeah, I'm the best boy. So yeah. Alright, so it is about 5 o'clock right now. And I have this ear warmer on to protect the ear. I'm gonna take Togi for a walk. This will be my 2nd walk since surgery, so I'm super excited. I think Togi is too, because he's just been biting at the bit to get some kind of something done, and walking isn't too bad. Anyways, let's go for a walk.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good.
Why they stopping me?
Hello, and we're back after a bath because I can't take showers yet because I cannot get this wet whatsoever. So we take baths in this household, or at least I do. But I told you guys earlier that I was going to go over my reading journal, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Excuse my hair, I just don't brush it. So that's that. This is my reading journal, bullet journal, reading journal, whatever you want to call it. This is just a bullet journal that I got at Michael's, and we have some stickers on it, front and back. we love. And I've kept up with it pretty well, pretty much. So we have First Things First. We have all of the books that I've read. This is more than 100 down here. I'm at like 96. So maybe I'll go over 100, who knows. But that's just my goal of this year is 100 books. And then this page has all of the series that I've read. So I read the Shatter Me series. I'm almost done with the C.S. Lewis classics. I read all of the Lost books by Ted Dekker. I started Throne of Glass with Assassin's Blade. And then I read the Mother-Daughter Book Club, which is a series that I read when I was in middle school, but I saw it on Libby available when I was in between books. And I went down memory lane and it was a good time. And then I started the Boys of Tommen series, but I kind of stopped after I was not in Scotland because I just couldn't get into it anymore. I have started the third one, but I think I'm like 2 chapters in. Now we have my goals. So my reading goals this year was to read all the books that are on my TBR that's over a year old, been on the TBR. I will not do that this year. There's too many. Second one is finish all the series that I started last year, so in 2023. So I just need to read the last like 16 pages of The Abolition of Man and then the entire book of The Four Loves by C.S. Lewis, and then I'll finish that series and be done with it. So that'll be that goal checked off. And then I read all of Alice Oseman and Emily Henry's published works, so that's exciting. And then I have the goal of reading 100 books, which I'm almost there. And then my New Year's resolutions was to run a half marathon. I did that. Hold a handstand for 10 seconds. I don't know why that was one of my goals, but I did not do that. And then getting a job that I actually like, did do that. Run 75 days in a row and complete my version of 75 soft instead of 75 hard. Those are very ambitious and I did not do that, and I won't do that because I can't run and there's not 75 days left of the year. Keep up with this journal. I have kind of done that. Run the Virginia 10 miler. Did that in September. Buy clothes without worrying about the size. Not necessarily blaming my body, but blaming the women's clothing industry, because in one store I'll be like a size 4 and then the next store is a size 14 and I just don't know what size I am for anything anymore. So it's more so a fault of the clothing industry, not my body. And then being satisfied in all circumstances, which is kind of foreshadowing without really knowing because of the whole skin cancer thing. Because I got diagnosed in August and it's now December. So we're like 4 months into this and I have months and months of recovery because they took out like a whole chunk of my face. So being satisfied. I'm not satisfied, but I'm learning to be okay with things and glad that I'm in the recovery and not the suffering stage. 4 more pages I want to go through. We have my reading stats. So this is like how many books of each different type. So like how many physical books, how many audiobooks, and how many Kindle books I've read each month. And then this is how many books I read each month, regardless of, you know, what form it was. And you can kind of tell when I got a new job in June because I got a lot less free time than I had at my other job. So, but we're slowly making our way back up to meet our goals. And then we have my TBR, which I will not be finishing because I don't have the funds to supply these books that I want to read or the time. And then we have our monthly mileage, and I think for the month of December I might have 3 of just walking because as we all know, I can't do anything. So that is the first part of the reading journal that goes through all like the statistics. So yeah. All right, now I'm going to tell you all of the best books of each month. Some months had multiple best books, which is awesome. Some of them just had one. So starting off in January, the best books were People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, and Betting on You by Lynn Painter. February's were Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey, The Unseen Body by Dr. John Reisman, Unbroken, Laura Hillenbrand, Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton, and March we have Undistracted by Bob Goff, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. Shout out to my husband for recommending me that book. It was so good. It's kind of a funny story by Ned Vizzini. Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank, and All Quiet on the Western Front by Erica Maria Remarque. I don't know how to say the last name. Anyways, moving on to April. Best books of that month: Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling, The In-Between by Hadley Vlauhaus. I'm gonna ruin their last name. I'm so sorry. And The Woman in Me by Britney Spears. That was a surprisingly well-written book. I really enjoyed that. And then May, Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh, The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nowlin. They were all 5 stars. And then June, it was I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. Very good. Next books were July, and July's favorite book was The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. That's where I began my Frida McFadden obsession. I've read like 5 or 6 of her books now. August, favorite book was Happy Place by Emily Henry, of course. And then September, we have, let me see, Survivor's Club by Michael Bornstein, and The Secret Book of Flora Lee, and that's by Patty Callahan Henry. Shout out to my friend Allie for recommending me that book. So good. October, book of the month is The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. Very good. Shout out again to my husband for recommending me that book, because my book of 2022 was Educated by Tara Westover, and he said, you would love The Glass Castle. And I said, okay, bet, but it took me 2 years to read it. And I read it in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 sittings, and it was fantastic. And then I watched the movie, and it was great as well. Moving right along to November, we have, Funny Story by Emily Henry, and Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. That was my first Catherine Center book. Shout out to my friend Grace for recommending me that one, it was so good. And then favorite book of December, Welcome to the Book of the Year, The Running Dream by Wendelin Van Dronen. Love that book. That is my book of 2024 for sure. Highly recommend, 5 stars. And then I also really liked Ward D by Frida McFadden. So that's where I'm at right now of what I wanted. Nope. That's where I am right now in books of the month. I have a lot of other good books that just weren't, within my 5-star range. But if you're interested in more book videos or book recommendations, or if you have books you want to recommend me to read, I would love to hear it. But But yeah, that's all for Vlogmas. Sorry, 12 days of vlogging day 2. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow for another day. Okay, that's all. The end, and good night.